Good morning. We're back to this kind of days again. It's been 3 days since it last rained, and it's been raining all day today. So our plans to go to town got destroyed. There's nothing we can do about it. So Andrea didn't really feel like going to town in this weather because we know how it is in town right now. I think it hasn't rained in about 45 minutes, so it's kind of quiet, but it's been going on and off, and it's really bad in town. But yeah, quite gloomy. Nothing much to do. Oh, there's a bunch of squirrels here today. Our squirrel population is actually quite large, but they never stay around. The closest we get to see them is when they're on the fence. And we just got that. That's the good news of the day. This is what's been making a lot of the trouble. Supposedly this is what's been making a lot of the trouble we are having with the car. It's not really trouble either. It's not like critical, it's just annoying. So as soon as the weather gets a little better, I'm going to switch or replace both of those sensors. And that might not be today because, like I said, it hasn't been raining in a while now, and it's nice to be able to walk out here, but no thank you. Because the thunder has been going all day and it has been raining intermittently. Not a great way to replace electronics in a car. So we're just gonna go in real quick. Another gloomy day.
Hi, I am so very mad at the rain. Actually at the world or whoever caused the rain. Whatever caused the rain. And it's another rainy day. Another of these rain days where we don't get to play outside. We don't get to go anywhere except for inside and play games.
How do you feel about that?
Happy about the games, but sad about the rain. Because I really love playing with my armor outside.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, isn't it?
Yeah. And all I get to do now is just play electronics and stuff.
Have you played electronics today?
Yes.
A little bit, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
We just actually turned in one of his work assignments, which asked him to show what he had learned from his schoolwork and how it affected his real life. So Rafael learned how to measure in liters, measure volume, of course. So he said this is a liter cup. It is used to measure water. So this is really good, and I like how he did this. This is actually the impressive part. Is I wouldn't even do that. So that's really nice.
I'm good at drawing.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah. Do you ever know how to draw?
I'm not a good...
I have art class in school, that's why
I'm not good at that.
drawing. And it was also in Israel. Someone taught me how to make a cat in the picture.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That was so long ago?
Yeah, I remember some things, but to remember other things, I have to forget something.
That's not true.
Yeah, you think you have to make space in your brain?
Yeah, I have
You
to
really
make space.
don't. You just can't focus on one thing too hard, because then you'll forget other things. How's your day been going?
Can I tell you the camera something?
Yeah?
I can't focus on anything
Why not?
because there's too many things to focus on.
I think that's called... Is that ADHD? Right? ADHD? Or ADD? ADD, right? Is the one that you fidget around?
Hey, Abigail?
Yeah.
I can't focus on lots of other things.
What can you focus on then?
I can focus on only one thing.
Like what?
Wait, to help with a switch.
Oh. So can you talk to Rafael, drink water, and play a game at the same time?
I can't do that.
Sure you can.
I can.
I can't focus on both doing that.
Oh well.
You gotta focus on playing a game and drinking.
Yeah, it's called multitasking, when you do more than one task at a time.
I can do all three of those things at once.
Can you though?
I'll show you. I can do it. I can just pretend I'm playing a game and drink and talk.
Looks like this is our mood today. Sleepy old mood. There's a word for it in Hebrew. I forget how you say it in English. The word isn't like sprawled, but in Hebrew what the meaning is basically you're just sitting there all day, doing whatever you feel like doing. Usually referring to couch, lurking, I think. Lurking, but not a negative aspect of it. Like when you lurk on a couch all day, right? You're just kind of just lying there all day long without doing anything. That's the kind of day we're having today. You wanted to show us a skill you just uncovered? You can't talk to me though.
Could I try watching TV and drinking at the both same time?
Well, I wouldn't want you to do that at the same time because we don't drink in this room.
Why?
Because it can spill.
I won't
And this
spell it.
beautiful rug full of toys on the floor to have a bunch of drink in it.
I see white trimming.
Better get it. That's from her cutting book. Her cutting class. She's getting really good at that. See? Lurking. That's what I mean.
Good afternoon, guys. So I want to show you another shirt that I am into now. It's one of the sizes down that I had bought at Goodwill. So I am in another new shirt. And I'm very happy about it because I think it's really, really cute. I really love this right here. A lot of bead work. It looks kind of, I don't know, medieval. I like that stuff. Hello, kitty. So me and my mom were thinking, like a couple months ago, we were gonna go to Goodwill, but the Goodwill that we wanted to go to, it is now closed. I don't know if they're going to reopen. They have said on their website, and they send me emails because I signed up for it. They actually sent me a coupon, $5 off of $25, and that's when I went and did my little Goodwill splurge because I got $5 off, and I got some pretty neat things. But anyway, me and my mom were thinking, since this Goodwill is open, and it's also open on Saturdays, that we could go up there one day and have like some kind of challenge. And the challenge would be that we spend like $20, but we have to profit like twice as much. So if we spend $20, we have to resell it for like $40. So could we get $20 worth of stuff and then resell it for $40? And that would be like our little challenge together to see which one could make the most money, double our money at least. That's what we had come up with, to have like a little challenge together. So it's fun. I am not like full-time reselling, but here and there when I go to Goodwill, I do buy like one or two items that I can resell if I need to or if I want to. Yeah, I still have to do some dishes, and I have to refill my jugs here of cereal because we have eaten 4 of these like liter jugs of cereal this week, which is probably 2.5 bags of cereal, which is kind of a lot. They've been eating cereal with yogurt in it, and yeah, I needed to go buy milk today, but I didn't. You know how it's like an all-day journey to go buy milk, and then I end up buying like tons of groceries. I do need to go to the Benton Dent also. I don't know when that will be. We have just been working at home today, and Rafael did some schoolwork. He's kind of able to do it by himself. Like, we want him to be an independent learner as well and only ask us for help when he absolutely needs it and when he's already like tried to spell out words. I mean, on the computer they have the spell check thing, right? So you know, he doesn't really even have to ask us. He can just like kind of spell it right and then choose the word. So that's helpful, but that's very different from when I went to school, because my teacher was like, here's a dictionary. If you don't know how to spell something, look it up. So I'm actually thinking about teaching him how to use a dictionary, and that actually might take all day. So maybe I won't do that right now. When I was a kid, I would get in trouble and have to go to like, I forget what it was called. It was like a room that you went in timeout, because I did have, and still do have, ADD, and it makes me not spontaneous, but it makes me do things like talk out of turn, which can get me into trouble. I was a little interruptive. So I would get sent to timeout a lot, basically. And it was a room, it was called a blue room, but it wasn't blue, it was yellow. And I would just sit there and be very bored. And one of the teachers called me Blondie, and I did not turn around to that, because ain't no girl gonna be called Blondie and turn around to that. when a teacher calls me. So I would read the dictionary, and I read the dictionary probably 2 or 3 times. And the dictionary's this thick, okay? So I was in timeout a lot. Now, I don't tell my kids that because I don't want them to say, oh, well, my mom was in timeout a lot. It's okay if I go into timeout, because it's not. And they know it's not. And they really try not to get into timeout. That's like their number one discipline thing. Like if they get in trouble, they go to timeout and they're forced to like sit there and think about what they did. That's why they're in timeout, is to like basically time everything out, hold on, pause, what happened, you know? And I am sympathetic with that because I do things without thinking sometimes. I forget the word for it, but you know, I'll say something and like it'll just not be time for me to talk. So you know, I used to get in trouble for that. So anyway, I had some very good teachers who understood that I wasn't like trying to be a bad kid. I was just not hyperactive, but like my brain was all scribbles, basically. That's how it feels when you can't think straight. Your brain is all scribbly. That's how I've always described my brain. And sometimes, like, I know sometimes during like the keto diet and sometimes during fasting, like all the lines start to straighten out, you know what I mean? And I can think in one path instead of like all over the place. Like I'll be telling a story and I'll start at 1 year and end up 3 years later. Just not following the story at all. And then I forget like what I'm even talking about. So that's me. And I don't know what I started this with. I think I started this conversation with Goodwill, right? In my shirt. And then my kitty. Because my kitty is so pretty. Am I right? All right. I made a little snack for Hadar. Ow, ow, ow. Love taps. So I made a little snack for Hadar. I'm going to fill up a jug of something to drink, probably fruit punch, and just relax for right now.
I've been watching the barbecue show on Netflix a little much.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually really good.
It is, yeah. Thank you.
Chicken.
I'm not going to do that on the camera because that's a lot of noise. Sorry, I didn't realize that. I was just going to sit here and talk to you and make a lot of noise. There's like no reason to be mean to each other on purpose right now. So
She doesn't like anything anymore.